booze, and banter.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Frank.
Welcome back
Thank you.
from your travels.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Happy National Beer Day.
Happy National Beer Day, everybody.
We've again, I think this is a routine, but we've pre-gamed a little ahead of time.
We have to.
So, with today's beginning, we're gonna.
Before we start, I want to apologize to all the listeners for terrible audio. We had an issue with our episode 3 recording, and I was so bummed and just had a really difficult time trying to make it tolerable for listeners, and it was just tough. So I'm really sorry. And those fucking squeaky chairs, we're gonna burn them.
And we did identify the issue, so it should be corrected.
We corrected it, yeah. And we're new at this, so as things happen, we'll learn, we'll fix, we'll correct, and we'll get better at it. And we appreciate everybody being patient and sticking with us. So thank you, guys.
Yeah. Plus, we're really fucking cool. So
That's right.
So. All right, let's start.
All right, what are we drinking?
Beer. Yeah. So this is we're gonna start with an Ardennes Pale Lager.
These are the guys we tried at the Brew Fest.
Yeah. Really good guys, right out here out of Geneva. This is a 5.2%
Cool.
ABV, and really right off the bat, this is probably my favorite label I've ever seen.
Describe it, because I think people would like it.
It's a French bulldog. I mean, we're animal lovers. We both have dogs, and
With the tongue out in the field.
yeah, really, and they're cute dogs anyway. But I have a pug mix, which doesn't really look much different than this, and I put that on Instagram today for National Beer Day. So
Yeah, and this label will also be on Instagram.
yep, and let's try this right now,
Yeah.
so we can get started.
You've ever been to Geneva?
Yeah, that's where I bought my little car here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I like Geneva. It's beautiful there.
No, these guys, we met them at Brewfest. They took the time to speak with us, and
I think Geneva is where the first female college for physicians. I think I'll have to double check that.
yeah, I'd be very happy if you're right, but if you're wrong, then you look like an asshole.
Then I'm wrong. I'll admit it. I don't know about looking like an asshole.
All right. Cheers, buddy. Here's the first one.
Cheers.
That's good. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
No, these guys,
The taste is not like sharp, right?
no, it's not. It's not overwhelming, and
I can't see the color in this wooden mug.
yeah, that's going to be difficult to see, but we can switch to pint glasses if we have to.
That's okay.
But this is it's definitely a light beer. I mean, this is something I would imagine would be good with just a sort of regular dinner with, sandwich, burger, fries, something like that.
Yeah, on the can it says, great to pair this with your favorite burger.
See?
And what did you say earlier?
About what?
Anything with the burger?
Yeah, well, anything with a burger is good.
Must be good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Thank you, guys.
Yep, I appreciate that. And again, thanks again for spending the time with us and talking to us. And, we've got some others we'll talk about later, maybe this episode or maybe later episodes, depending how well this goes.
Yeah, we can just say, I can mention it now from our Boston trip. We got a lot of free beer to try out in our episode, give them a shout out, do a review. One store in particular in Nahant, Massachusetts, sponsored with Bunch of Beer. So thank you.
Yeah, we've got some Applejack. So
Yeah, we'll bring that up later as well. And there's a little history I didn't know about Applejack, but so let's get into it.
Thanks for everybody for the reception and welcoming us, and you guys will hear about that a little later.
For sure.
So I just wanted to also start off with a new guy we made contact with on Instagram. He's a local guy. His name is D Bartender. It's his Instagram is DBAR, and then the number 10, then DER. So he's a gentleman, a little different platform than us, but he kind of reviews the drinks and food locally as well. He's more established than we are, but we connected and seems like a great guy. We've exchanged some information and some other product, and again, I just wanted to thank him. You can see that he made a little post for us on Instagram and for the stories. So we appreciate that, and thanks again for supporting local guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, the bartender. We're always happy to hear from our fans.
So getting into this now, I don't know that we really need to talk too much about the Rosie recap and with Whoopi Goldberg, but I did have a close friend of mine tell me that, in relationship to this, he said that if he had to choose, he would rather have sex with a male coworker at the intersection of some major road while we recorded him for an hour, just because he didn't want to pick between these two.
Well, it's easy for someone to think about it rather than when you just surprise me with that. No idea. Oh. But I like our answers better.
Yeah, no, it's
And so we actually had a short meeting before this episode, and we've decided we're going to go ahead with episode arts on Instagram, right, Frank?
Yeah, yep.
And if some of these arts get removed, it's okay. We'll just keep going. We'll understand better what the algorithm is okaying, because some of these arts are not appropriate.
Yeah, there's going to be some offensive things, but again, it's AI.
But it's for adults, and we don't care.
And we'll see where those limits are. But we're always going to push the envelope. Not because we're trying to prove a point. We just don't really know, but we want to have fun doing it. So you'll see some shit, and you'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys?" And that's really no different than people just say to normal conversation. But you'll get to know us, and
it's I guess the episode art is kind of like when you say something, you're like, "Oh fuck, should I have said that?" Mm-hmm. But it's too late.
Yeah, episode art is more like
so. It's like, let's say we've generated it, like we created it, we posted it, and oh well.
Yeah, it is what it is, and
we'll get feedback and
slap my dick. We'll move on. Whatever happens.
But it's all for giggles.
I was thinking about this. I have this app. I don't know who knows about this, but maybe you don't even, about Untapped. Do you ever hear Untapped?
No.
It's this app you can get. I can't remember right now. I think it's UNTAPPD. It might be ED, but it's called Untapped. Anyway, it's global, and I've used it, and we've gone overseas, we've gone to Norway, all these things, but it's an app that you can check in where you are, and then you can rate the beers, based on whatever it is, and there's a lot of things obviously across the world that we're never going to have access to unless you go there, but it's just a really cool app to share, and you can friend request and you can share with other people. It's just a really simple, cool app to use.
I like it.
Yep.
You know what other app? I don't know if you told me that this app exists or not, or maybe we were talking about it would be cool to have this app where you pin where you pooped.
Yeah, places I pooped.
Did you?
I have that app.
Oh, so it exists.
Yeah. So if you want to, my username on that is Sir Poops a Lot. But yeah, that's another thing. Like you could just like the bathroom in Disney in Germany.
Yeah,
perfect. But there's I forgot about that. Yeah, so this is because the air conditioner blows right on that toilet. It's great because it's always hot over there.
You label what stall it is.
Yeah, you could put all kinds of comments, but it's just another cool app. Like I don't know, I have all these apps and but it's again you can request things and it's just you can share information like this was a real shithole. You don't want to go there, like literally a shithole. But
I thought you were joking.
No.
So I want to get.
I never
app.
joke. I'm 100% serious.
On our trip to Boston, I was talking to a friend, and I said, I think there's this app where you can mark where you pooped. Because we always joked about our kids always find the weirdest fucking places to poop. One time my son wanted to poop on the way to Florida. I think we were in Pennsylvania. I don't remember the name of
That
the town.
sucks. You're like 2 hours into the trip and you got a dump already.
And he wanted to poop in the most bizarre town I've ever seen. It's just one street, and anything to the right or left of that street is nothing. It's just trees, and people don't even know about Uber or Lyft there. So what happened is I pulled over, and as soon as I pulled over for him to take a dump, my cable from my transmission shifter broke.
This is like tumbleweed going through this fucking town. Like, what's happening?
I don't know. And then the tow truck driver came, and I said, "Can we all jump in your car?" And he's like, "No, no." I said, "Well, is there like Uber or Lyft?" And he's like, I don't know where that is." I don't know. I know Amish people probably don't know what Uber is because they use horses, but.
You can Amish Uber?
Oh my God.
Yeah, see?
How fucking cool would that be?
And they take cash for everything.
But they can't use electronics though.
No, they can use like LED lights and shit that are battery operated, but like you give them cash.
No, but like they would need a smartphone to be on Uber. But how
like,
fucking cool would that Uber a fucking.
But Mennonites can. Mennonites can
there
use
you go.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening.
Yeah, there you go.
Go for it.
Anyways,
where was I going? Yeah, so that's where the conversation about the poop app came up. So I told him I wasn't sure if it's an actual app, and I was going to talk to you about it. No. So I'm happy that I confirmed that, and I am fucking downloading that app.
No, it's yeah, you should share it. But so did he hold his poop until he found a desolate place to poop in, or was it like, oh shit, Dad, I got to poop right now?
Or another thing he does is we'll sit in the restaurant waiting for the food to come, and like 30 seconds before food shows up, he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and that's the thing with kids. Like
what
when
are you doing this entire time we've been sitting?
When you're a baby, you just shit everywhere. Who gives a shit? But like when you're like this age, like above baby, preteen, whatever it is, you have log shits. I mean, these things are not like. I mean, they're almost poking out your throat. They're backed up like so much,
like scooping. An adult shit.
Yeah, because they don't have this rectum that's 50 years old. It's all like, it's literally beating the shit out of your shit.
Some stuff I've seen, I was like, did that come out of you?
Yeah, but how much lighter are you when you're done? You're like, man.
You know what I've done?
Like a Tommy Lee poop.
I got something about Tommy Lee. I've gone on the scale, and let us know if anybody done that. I got on the scale, then I taken a shit, then I went back on the scale to see how much I pooped.
I say, oh my God, like not like I'm disgusted, but I'm like, oh my God, I love you because I do the same thing.
So, let us know if you do it. Hashtag weigh and poop.
So,
the Tommy Lee thing you said, right?
Yeah.
The whole Tommy Lee started when we were at Disney. And
last year, right?
Was it last year? Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
And my son wanted a hot dog, so we got the hot dog.
Oh my God, this thing had to be 14
inches
long.
As soon as she gave you the plate with the hot dog, you said, I know I ordered 12-inch, but I didn't know I ordered Tommy Lee.
Yeah, because I had
right
to carry
in front
it. Of her. Because your son's not, big enough to be able to hold this thing. So here I am carrying this basically porn hot dog. But,
So we went to Celtics game, and I was in line to get hot dogs, and I saw they had large and small. And I said, yeah, give me 4 small ones and 1 Tommy Lee.
That's how you ordered it?
Yeah.
Did they know what you're talking about?
I think he was confused for a second.
Was it a guy or a girl server?
It was a guy.
Oh, if it was a girl, that'd be better.
Oh, man. But I think he got it. He gave me what I ordered.
Was it the size of the one in Disney?
It was pretty big.
You're the wiener expert, so
yeah. Yeah, it was a stiff one too.
Oh my God!
I'll post that on Instagram.
Yeah. And so obviously these beers are obviously tasting pretty good. So we do have a couple more people we've made contact with. Again on Instagram, Facebook, great people. We'll talk about them later. They got some product they want to send to us for review. Again, local business. USA made, small business. Some things are maybe going to be out of state or however that works, but there's a lot of incoming communications with people to try to help everybody that's in the situation we are. We're just starting off, and we just want to.
Yeah, it does. it doesn't matter if it's from out of state.
Yep.
I mean, it's U.S. based. That's what's awesome, and what we support.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've said this before. I'm big into supporting local. I'm willing to pay a little more, and take good care of the product I've spent my hard-earned money on.
I wish I was your product and you'd take good care of me.
I already do.
Yes.
By the way,
you do have supple lips.
Hold on. We're talking about U.S. products, so I want to mention something. Oakley's have certain models that are U.S. made.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought these Oakleys. They're FLAK 2.0. They're made in U.S. and I've now used them for, I want to say, almost a year, because I've done some.
They look brand new, yeah.
They're still in good shape. The finish is not scratched. I mean, other than like fingerprints or grease from my face. And then, like, the arms are still good. There's no cracking in the frame.
Are these sunglasses or safety
they're
glasses?
Sunglasses. Yeah, they're sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a couple races in them, like runs. Did a Boilermaker in Utica. They're great. Lightweight, stay on your face. They're not jumpy when you're running. And, of course, made in U.S. Also, there are some websites I'll find out and I'll put in description. If you're a veteran, you get discounted rates from Oakley's.
Very nice.
So look, if you're a veteran, check in our description. I'll find the website. I'll post it. If not, just search for Oakley's or veteran discounted websites, and you can order through them. Like if these were $200 and you're a veteran, you can get like $120, $140 or something.
The discount's
like
that big?
Yeah,
good,
for veterans. So
well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
You,
Thank you. Anything they can get, I'm all for it.
Did you ever hear DBS?
No.
Dead balls sexy. That's what these glasses are.
All right.
Dead balls sexy.
DBS.
Maybe it's you, but whatever it is.
My face has
You
anything
maybe
to
you
do
just got
with
dead balls. I don't know.
No, dead balls and sexy come together. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm sure there's a genre for it or some sort of market, but not
right.
mine.
Before I interrupt, you were going to go into something else. I brought up the glasses, so sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know what it was, but either way, I was thinking about this the other day with a lot of this podcast is based on just whatever happens during the day someday, and I'll put some little notes down to remember to talk about it. But I was talking to a close coworker about meditation, and last episode I said how I was on 9, like I was just amped up. And I'll get there today, maybe after our second beer, because that's the way this is going to go. But I always, and my wife, God bless her, because I think quicker than I'm able to react or type or talk, and sometimes I stutter. I'm a fucking mess, whatever. But my coworker said, I think that this is good for me. She said she thinks this is good for me to have this outlet where we can talk and kind of get these things out. And because I'm just kind of a little hyper.
Like having the podcast so you can kind of like get that out of your system.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a talker like that. I really don't like small talk. I really don't know that I want to feel genuine because I am genuine. Like I don't want to be like, oh, you look good and you look good too. And, I don't care about that because it's a waste of time. I want to mean it, and that's what I try to do, and that's how a lot of these conversations come up.
Well, it's normal for how we express ourselves or what we say around specific people.
Yeah,
like you and I, pretty similar. And I feel comfortable saying stuff around you that I probably wouldn't say around somebody else.
Yeah.
So when you are around like-minded peers, then you can kind of like vent that stuff out. Yep. You can say it, get it out of your system, right? So I get it.
But it's also, I mean, you know your crowd, and there's things you feel comfortable with, and she had mentioned to me, this is good, and she's like, you should also do meditation. I'm like, what fucking meditation? I'm like, I'm not flexible. And then I'm like, where do your balls go when you sit? Like, where are your nuts? Like, how some people like will sit and they'll cross their legs like a girl does, and there's other guys that can sit like, kind of like their legs look like the number 4. Like, I can't do either. My nuts are in the way. Like, I don't have these gigantic nuts. I don't have these little tiny marble balls. But where are your balls when you cross your legs?
You
Like squish. I don't understand that.
you tuck it in.
Where are you tucking it? I don't get it.
I don't know. Put the lotion in the basket.
I don't understand. I mean, my nuts, and I don't want the up and down nut. Like I don't want like vertical nuts. These are
Nobody
designed
wants
to
vertical
be,
nuts.
No, these are designed to be horizontal for a
It's
reason.
against gravity.
But I don't want to pinch them. I don't want to cut off. I don't get it. So like meditation is not for me because I can't sit. I'm not that flexible anymore. I used to be.
I think you're misunderstanding medication and
No,
you
meditation.
mixing-
I got
I'm sorry.
medication. I understand that.
Sorry, misspoke. Meditation and yoga.
Oh,
Yoga,
maybe.
you kind of have to be all flexible
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't have to be, but you can do yoga to your limitations. But
Is this like the guy in Star Wars? Yoga?
Yoda? There's medication for that.
Yeah.
But you can meditate in your comfort zone. So you can sit.
Anything? Like I could just stare at you and meditate?
It's about breathing, controlling your thoughts, I think.
Well, maybe she's right. Maybe I need to do that because I mean, I am. My mind never shuts off. It's very tough to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. There's always something going on, but I feel it's a responsibility as a father, a husband. I mean, I get all this. This is maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I imagine there's a lot of people, maybe even you, that do this. I mean, I'd like to retire when I'm healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got years until that happens, but I don't want to retire and be this just pile of piss.
That's right, because we're both young studs.
Yeah, well, studs.
In when I studied traditional Okinawa karate-do, we were taught to meditate to kind of get our body under control.
Does it work? I mean, do you see
and-
this?
It took a little time to kind of understand it and do it properly. But it's just sitting down, we cross our legs, and you put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And it's inhale through your nose, slow exhale through your mouth, and just start controlling your thoughts. Like, so it's different. I mean, that's one way I've learned, and maybe that works for me. But I think there are probably so many different methods that you just need to find out or learn from someone, and that works for you. But
yeah, I'm so impatient. I don't really know. I need to do these things. I realize this is something I got to work on for myself, but I just don't really. I don't do those things. I don't read because I fall asleep and I get bored.
do you get anxiety?
I'm always anxious over everything. Like I don't get like super. Yeah, I guess I do. I probably like there's if there's 10 kids running around and no one's watching them, I'm fucking anxious.
Like I'll get anxiety sometimes because I'm overwhelming my brain with like work problems, and I just think about all the problems at once.
Yeah.
And I get so freaked out and overwhelmed. And the one time it was so bad I had to like pull over because I was almost like hyperventilating.
Yeah, I'm not that way.
And then
Yet.
after that incident, it kind of scared me. So I remembered about breathing exercises. And so now when I get that, I think of all the problems that I'm having. I compartmentalize them. What's most important, what can wait, and what's the easiest. And I know I say what's important is first, but I take the easy ones and take care of them first because they're quick.
Yeah.
And it's less things for my mind to think about and cause me this anxiety. Then I concentrate on these important ones. So compartmentalizing problems that cause my anxiety helps. And in the moment, breathing and just saying like, it's okay. I got it how I got my technique.
Yeah, I see.
I'll take care of it.
I don't self-reflect a lot like that, and maybe I should, but I get overwhelmed, and I need to prioritize, and I'm always good at that. Like my job allows me to be able to do that.
It's good.
But a lot of what I do, like I don't. My compartmentalizing is what the fuck you, and you're not so bad. Like that's how it is. Like it's just I'm just obviously not a normal person, but it's worked for me. That's what happens. But I don't want to have this. I had this health thing, a year or so ago, and I made it through that. But it just puts things in perspective. And I mean, it was a definite game changer for me in my family. And so I tried to adjust things, but I'm just not. I don't. My psyche doesn't allow me to do that. So I'll work on it. It's fine. But in the meantime, we do this and have beer.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing fucking yoga.
Yeah. That's good. So it's therapeutic. That's good.
But I do know that if this kind of works out, I mean, we have day jobs, fine. But if we do things like this, and it works out, we generate some revenue, and we see what goes from here. I have another. There it is. Good boy.
Sorry, I turned away from the mic this
Good
time.
boy. But so we could start another business venture. I want it to be a restaurant, but I want to call it a restaurant. So all we're gonna do is
another.
Well, it's not sexual, like, you know. I mean, we can have a Hooters theme if it's.
I was gonna say it's like another version of Hooters.
It could be. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
But we could just sell like breasts of meat, like chicken breasts or something like that. And I don't want to be. I mean, we could make this all inclusive. We can, instead of pork chops, we can have pork cocks. You know,
anything with breasts, I like.
Yeah, like chicken titties or
Chicken titties.
So chicken tenders, chicken boobies, whatever.
There was a diner somewhere here that had funny names on the menu.
Yeah, but again, well, if you help us out, we'll help you out.
That's right.
That's how this works.
We'll deliver funny.
But restaurant. Come to our restaurant.
How would we market that?
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. That's your
Yeah,
category.
and if it's no good, we'll just chuck it in the fucking bucket. I was at a gas station the other day, and I went in to get a drink, and some guy comes in behind me, and he's got to use the bathroom. Like now there's no keys anymore. Like these things you see, like you got to go to get a key to go to the restaurant.
Or like it's attached to a fucking
this is
tire or something.
Yeah, you got to drag this big ass fucking thing. And it's probably in that town your son took a dump in, one of those things. But it's they just go in the back, and then I know the guy. He's got the shit walk going, right? Like he's like, things are clenched. Like it's not a normal pace. It's like half pace. You're like, But I'm like, oh my god, that guy's gonna completely Hulk smash the toilet. Just blah, blah. And I'm like, I cannot. I would hold it for a year before I would have to do that in front of people.
Oh, like let it out loud.
Well, I mean, and the only way you're going to do that, like, no one's got a shit so bad that it's like a solid, like, oh my God, I got to go right now. Like, you want to get rid of it. If you're going there, you're fucking spraying liquid everywhere. There is no chance that this is a solid poop if you're using a public restroom and you're walking like that.
It's an explosion.
Oh, it really, like, you might dissipate so much air that you vacuum suck your ass to the toilet seat. Like, I'm serious. I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to. And then, like, they're all tile because, there's sick fucks that go in here. So they got to disinfect it and they got to spray it with, like, all this shit. So it's all solid surface, like, tile because they got to just get in there with, like, liquid bleach and just douche the fuck out of it.
I always feel bad for those people who have to go back and clean that.
Oh, my God. I would hire a service. Whatever they charge you, it's worth it.
More power to those employees who go in public rest or like the small gas stations and clean this disgusting bathrooms.
Like hashtag Hulk smash. Because really, if I got to be honest with you, like this is right up there with clean out septic. Fuck you. I'm paying for someone doing it. And if I made $1 million a year and it cost me $1.1 million to clean the fucking bathroom, I'm cleaning the fucking bathroom and I'm paying someone to do it.
Okay.
That is so fucking disgusting.
Did you finish your first beer yet?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I talk a lot. But I wanted to talk about the popcorn also. I don't know if we can talk about this.
Yeah, we can. While you do that, I'm gonna open this next one.
Well,
this is a.
I'm a Viking. I'm right behind you.
Ah.
Well, literally.
Right behind.
So the loincloths, do they open in the back like they do the front?
The what?
The loincloths, like
Do they open in the back like they do in the
yeah,
back?
like they had like a fucking deer hair holding on a piece of fucking leather. That's like what you use to cover your parts. Like,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I watched the show Vikings, which is one of my favorite shows ever. But it's I just don't know how
Maybe
like
it's
sex from behind worked.
Well, it probably has a seam, so you can go take a dump.
Yeah, but you just like flip it up like a little French maid outfit. Like, oh, you fluff it.
You're a Viking. You don't fluff shit, okay?
Yeah, well, I don't really know what happened there.
Wait, all right. What's this one? Is special Belge?
I think it's French Bulldog. I think Ardennes is French. Mm-hmm. This is, I think, Special.
Special.
That's how you say like Pulp Fiction. They said Burger Royale. I don't really know if that was a McDonald's or a Burger King reference, but I think it was like a Big Mac or something. Or a Royal Burger, I suppose, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to drink this beer. Oh, my God. You're a burpy fuck, man.
I can't control it. Apologize.
So I want to talk about the popcorn because we were talking about this the other day.
Tell me about the popcorn.
I've not gone to the movies in a while, but I don't know if you've ever heard of popcorn surprise.
No.
So I got a really one of my best friends who was in my wedding.
Okay.
He this is really not even correlated, but I'll tell you a story. He used to when you go to the movies, they used to have bags of popcorn. This is big ass fucking 6-pound bag of popcorn. Like, oh, if you finish it, you get a refill. Who the fuck's gonna eat that much popcorn, right? So he would get this bag, and then he's from Minnesota, so they do things a little differently there. But he'd take the bag, and again years ago, and he'd finish the popcorn or bring it home, empty it out, whatever, and he'd bring the bag back with him to the next movie. And then halfway through the movie, he'd go get a popcorn because it's a free refill, like the next movie. But like no one you brought the bag in.
How does he hide it? Oh, like
it's just a bag. Like you just put in your coat.
Fold it up.
Sure, I don't know. Put it in your dick. I don't give a shit.
Oh, okay.
Dick popcorn, I suppose.
Foreskin pouch.
But anyway, so that got me thinking like about popcorn surprise, because now they have buckets, but you don't have bags. Probably because a lot of fuckers like this guy would bring the bags back, so you get a bucket. But a popcorn surprise is when you get a bucket of popcorn and you cut a hole in the bottom of the bucket and you stick your erect dick through it. So in your case, it'd probably be a man, but in most people's cases, you'd be with a girl, and they'd reach over to grab the popcorn from your bucket, and they like fondle the mushroom cap on your dick. So it's like a little buttery pecker.
Do you put butter in it as well?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to put in it. I don't want dry popcorn. You got to lube it.
It's like there was a skit where I forgot which show it was on, Dick in the Box.
Oh, it was on Saturday Night Live with Justin Timberlake.
Yes, Dick in the Box. Yeah.
I don't know why I know all these dick references. It's pretty weird. But I think butter dick would taste pretty good. I only say that I think that would because I don't know, but I'm hoping that's the case.
You know what?
Butter dick.
The surprise thing you're talking about. So we're driving back to Syracuse from Boston, and I bought this little container of mixed nuts. And I put it between my legs.
You had me at nuts.
And I told my wife, would you like some nuts? She goes, I have lotion on my hands. I said, even better.
Perfect. Yeah, you wouldn't want it any other way.
Just perfect timing.
But why would lotion matter?
Well, if you want to rub a dub, it's just nice and smooth with the lotion.
So that's our next place. We can another bit along with restaurant. We can have rub and tug. Just get a rub and tug. So by the way, the special Belge from Ardennes is a 5.5% ABV.
I've noticed this one's darker.
Yeah, all good stuff. Both of them so far. Love it.
You know
Again, the can's got
this.
a French bulldog on it, and
why does one can has Think New York, Drink New York logo on it, and the other one doesn't?
Yeah. They support everybody. We'll hashtag that.
Attention to detail, I guess.
And then, so Easter's coming up.
Yeah.
And I went to the store, and I was like, I got to get some fruit in this Adonis-like body of mine. And I'm like, so I bought some fruit. I'm like, I want some oranges. I bring them home. Like, these big-ass oranges. I'm like, it's weird this time of year, but okay. So I get them home, and my wife's looking. She's like, oh, yeah, nice. You got fruit? Yeah, got some fruit. Yeah, maybe we should cut up. We should have some oranges. She's like, those aren't oranges. I'm like, what are? She goes, they're fucking grapefruit. You fucking idiot.
I love grapefruit.
Yeah, but I don't know that I've ever eaten grapefruit like plain. You know, like
what do you mean?
Just like I've had grapefruit flavored shit, but I don't know that I've ever
like juice mixes and.
Yeah, but like I thought these are fucking oranges, so I'm probably like, oh, these are really big oranges, but they're actually pretty small grapefruit. But they look like oranges.
They're good for you.
And then she's like, on top of that, you asshole, they're fucking organic. So I paid more for that. Like, I love the local store we have, Wegmans, great store. A lot of people outside of New York maybe don't know about it, but
they're now in Massachusetts. So.
Yeah, well, I think there's some. They're along the East Coast, but it's if you look it up, I think they're always in the top 100 companies to work for, maybe like the top 5, really great company, and really they support also local grown products. So here in Syracuse, New York, they're buying New York, Syracuse products, but maybe in Virginia, they're buying Virginia locally made stuff. So just a great concept. And I wasn't talking about Wegmans. I was talking about my fuck up with the grapefruit. Because it doesn't taste anything like orange juice, if you guys are wondering.
I like grapefruit. If you don't want them, I'll take them.
I threw them away.
What?
No, I wouldn't do that, Roman. Sorry, buddy.
Kind of a Viking, are you?
You're so sad. little sad puppy dog face.
I want to point out how some people just can't follow simple instructions. Because I got really frustrated when we were at Celtics game.
We got to be talking about women.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, some were, yeah. But it's just everybody. Why is it so difficult to find a proper seat that you purchased for any
They don't
fucking
have ushers?
event?
They don't have ushers there?
Forget ushers. I mean, this is just basic knowledge, right? I mean, we all adults now graduated high school at minimum, right?
Minimum, yep.
So a row number and a seat number. That's it. Is it that fucking difficult? Half the game, it was frustrating to watch people being pushed from one seat to another because they took a wrong seat. Like,
yeah.
What is so complicated about finding the seat that you are assigned to?
Or when it's like a row of 100 seats, and there's one person at number 50, but 1 to 49 is full, and 51 to 100 is full, and that fucking asshole's got to go to the middle.
And get your shit, like, before the game. Like, be courteous to other people. I had to get up fucking, like, 20 times because they wanted to go get popcorn. Then they wanted to get up and go get hot dogs.
They don't have,
fucking
vendors, like, selling, like, hot dogs here, hot dogs here.
No.
Because you probably fucking suck those up.
No. If it's Tommy Lee.
Yeah, the Tommy Lee hot dog, right?
No, you just go down and,
I could do this all fucking day.
all day. And then, you just there are vendors out down there, but not like, it's not like a baseball game. Get your peanuts and.
I don't know that I've been to an NBA game. Like, I just don't. I mean, it's a long season. I watch I'm a huge sports fan, but I would rather watch on. I could piss when I want. I don't have to go through a fucking crowd of people to get to it. But I'd rather just be home, I think.
Yeah.
Is there tailgating? They don't do that.
At NBA, I don't know.
Like football games, obviously. Like the Bills, fucking best fans ever.
I've never heard of NBA tailgating.
Yeah, but so I don't know how wasted these people are by the time the game starts. But
yeah, I don't know. Just it was annoying.
In Boston,
people, please just find the right fucking seats.
Boston's big. Boston's got a huge history, rich history.
Boston,
for many reasons, but I like the Irish population.
Boston fans are just fucking wild.
Yep.
And I lived there for 7 years, and I've gone to Red Sox games. I've gone to Celtics games. And
passionate people.
Bruins, yeah.
So you're a Red Sox fan?
I'm not like a fan, but I guess I mean I'll support it because
I'm a huge Yankees fan, so we got a problem here, buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got a problem.
Ooh.
So we'll bet a teabag. Me teabagging you. Who's got the better record this year? The Yankees or Boston Red Sox? I'll teabag you. I mean, I can't taco drop you or clam slam.
You can't clam slam me?
No? I mean, I'll try it. I'll do whatever you want me to do if you lose, but
just tuck it in and clam slam.
Yeah. I'll make it work. I mean, whatever I got to do. Maybe that's back to the meditation thing. I'll put them vertical if I got to dip them in there.
You know what would be funny? We talked about...
You got a purty mouth.
We talked about episode art earlier.
Yeah.
How would we generate clam slam?
Well, all these people out there listening, you're gonna find out.
If a computer can generate clam slam, I'll be fucking impressed.
It put a vagina on our sumo wrestler, so I'm not really sure what even happened with that.
Without us even asking.
It was so weird because his toes would look like flippers. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, I guess if you drink enough, you look at it like, oh, that makes sense. But when you're sober, you're like, what the fuck's wrong with these guys? And I was talking to another guy because a lot of these. So we talked, I think, before about kids on the school bus. They learn bad shit. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like us at work. But I was talking to another coworker, and we were talking, we just make sexual references or whatever happens, but we somehow came up with the subject of anal sex.
Somehow.
Yeah, well, this probably pertains to Tommy Lee as well. But instead of anal, if it's too big, they called it painal. Like, it hurts because, I've never been on the receiving end of this, so I imagine it does hurt, but painal. There's probably even a market for that.
Well, it would probably hurt depending on the size.
Well, I would hope. I mean, if it's a toothpick, like it's not like a hot dog down a hallway where you can't. You ever play the game Operation where you touch the metal and you zap?
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to throw it in there and there's like your dick's not touching anything, there's a problem there.
How is that possible?
Yeah, this isn't the first time this happened.
I would imagine everyone's asshole is pretty tight. A toothpick will touch.
I don't know about everyone's asshole.
All right, yeah,
But
that's true. We don't know
videos.
about everyone's
Yeah,
asshole.
I've seen videos, and then even going back to our restaurant, if spicy food instead of heartburn, you might get fartburn. You ever done that? Like you fart and your rectum just like on fire. You're like, oh my god.
From a fart?
Yeah, it's like hot or like you eat a lot of garlic. I'm a huge garlic fan. Mm-hmm. And you fart and you're like, oh my god, that burns. I don't know if I've ever pooped and burned. But I farted. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? And like my body temperature went up like 4 degrees.
I've had painful,
Don't lie. You're not from this country, so you've had some weird shit, man.
I've had painful shits, but I'm like, oh, that's that.
No,
that's,
I'm not talking about shits right now. I'm talking about just farts.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't fart? You're like
I
a
fart.
fucking little prissy fuck.
I fart. Who doesn't fart? If someone says they don't fart, they're full
You
of
probably
shit.
fart and it goes,
Yeah.
like when you're out of a balloon, that boop. Like, that's all you get.
That wasn't a sound effect. That was Frank with a finger in his mouth.
I'm not like that guy in Police Academy that can make all those noises, but I'll try my best.
Oh, yeah, that guy's awesome. Being in Boston, I thought of a lot of cool Boston movies.
Yeah.
Do you like any?
I like, what was the movie with, I like a lot of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
The Town. You're thinking of The Town?
Yeah, The Town, but there's also another one with,
The Recruit.
Yep. Was that with Colin Farrell?
Is that the one with the police department?
Yep.
Yeah. The Recruit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you have a favorite? My favorite, I would say, is it's on the tip of my tongue. I forgot.
Again, tip of the tongue. I could do this all day.
I'll think of it later.
No, there's a lot there, or the one with Drew Barrymore and
Fever Pitch.
Yeah.
That
was
just
a good
watched
movie.
that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a bigger fan of Boston.
Yeah.
Honestly, because Tom Brady's gone. Like, I didn't really like the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not Boston, but New England anyway. But I like Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. I think my big problem was with Bill Belichick. Like, I don't just dislike him as a person. I just think, like, I mean, this thing's all about humor. The thing we're doing, and he's just got none.
Yeah, he's always serious.
Yeah, I mean, he's just business, which is I'm fine.
We don't know him outside of the games that we see him.
But he's welcome on here too. So is Tom Brady. Anybody's welcome on here. We are all inclusive here.
Yeah, Tom Brady's gonna be.
We're an equal opportunity interviewer.
Yeah, you want to be yourself? Come down here.
I want Bailey Sarian on here.
Oh my! Hold on, I started the movie Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was in Boston.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that was
that's
a good
my
movie.
favorite.
Yeah, Robert Williams obviously gone,
but what's her name?
Bailey Sarian.
She was in Boston at the same time as we were.
Yeah, and then New York, which is where we live. What the fuck?
And when she was in Boston, every time she would like post where she was, I was like, I was just there.
Yeah,
I was just there. Like, I was like, oh man, how cool it would be if I saw her.
Yeah, but Bailey, Sarian. She's got a couple. She's got a murder mystery makeup podcast or videos on YouTube and podcasts, and then she's got a dark history also. And again, we're just talking about this now. I didn't really think about talking about this, but she's got a lot of the same humor to her. She's a good smart ass.
Yeah,
really funny, really good stuff. I mean, she doesn't need us to help her out here because she's doing fine on her own. But I just think that we talked about last episode with these people like Ashley McBride or Chris Stapleton or Lainey Wilson, I try to identify with people that I think are just like us, like just like cool people. And I think Bailey Saren, like, I mean, she's established, she's cool, but like, I think she's come here and like we just like bullshit and dicker back and forth, and she'd throw it right back at us. And when you go to a bar, you don't want to hang out with a dry bartender and someone's like, sort of nothing. Like, you want to say shit back, you want to get some sarcasm back at you, and I enjoy that. And maybe most people don't, but for me, I do, and that's why we're doing this, and it's just fun. Yeah. Again, the world's got a lot of problems. We'll talk about that, but right now.
But you got to have room for laughter.
Yeah, yep.
For sure. And
so I was, you ever watch Letterkenny? I think we're talking about it on Hulu?
Here and there, yeah. I have to start watching. I want to start watching from the beginning.
It's really funny shit, but I heard they had this phrase called dick dingers. You know what a dick dinger is?
No. It's
apparently, and I don't really condone this, but it's doing a line of coke off an erect penis.
Oh my.
Maybe this happened in your country before. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we don't condone
I've never done this, so I don't really know, but
somebody
Dick Dinger
who owns can I do a plug?
Yeah.
We got free bottle of Applejack.
Applejack, yep.
So I didn't know this, but apparently Applejack is an older style of distilled bourbon. Yeah. Like a lot of people, when they think of what's the oldest alcohol, and they just say bourbon. But Applejack is what actually started, be distilled.
Is this from like
yeah? Like
where does it originate? Like,
if you look, I don't know where it's originated.
Like moonshine type stuff, or
yeah, like when people started to distill alcohol.
But Southern, like I mean, I don't know the roots either.
I think it's from here, somewhere in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know where exactly. But he pointed that out, and it's an interesting fact. And the bottle we got was from Harvest Spirits. They're in Hudson Valley, New York. Mm-hmm. And man, what a just awesome setup. We went to the distillery. You can go in and do tasting. You can see all these barrels that are just sitting on the shelves, aging.
Super impressive, yep.
And the owner does all the artwork himself on these barrels. It's just like really cool setup.
Yep.
And they're just so friendly. Their stuff is delicious. And I just wanted to like let people know, if you're ever in Hudson Valley, just go check them out. Just stop by. They have a great barbecue place right next door. Yep. So they own the farm, the apple farm. But they don't just make Applejack. They make apple vodka. They make black raspberry vodka. They make bourbon, Applejack. I mean, and then they have a store where you can get amazing apple donuts.
Yep.
They just like fall apart in your hand. Like they're so good with it.
No, there's this again, we're big entrepreneurs, and we support those people, and rich history down in Hudson Valley, and thank you to them for supporting us and helping us out, and we'll actually, I mean, you guys will probably be in for a treat once we start drinking that, because there'll be some starting, like, what was that word? And we'll say, we don't know. We just kind of made it up, but good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Harvest Spirit, and thank you, Derek, for asking an interesting question. Derek asked,
"Oh no!
If it's a cold brew, is it a brew?"
Yes, unless it's like iced coffee or something. I'm gonna fuck about.
It's made cold. Like, do you brew it, or
did you have to brew it before it?
I don't know.
Became cold.
That's what I'm wondering. Somebody comment that on our social media. Let us know. Is cold brew a brew?
Yeah,
I'm curious.
I'm curious too.
He asked me. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a reason for asking, and he's going to be the expert. So.
And he wants to come down and be our guest.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Derek, and I hope we can accommodate you pretty soon and show you around this area and take you to some breweries and distilleries and just, I don't know, bring our recorder on the road with us and record some interesting stuff.
Yeah,
conversations.
we'll do that. He can come here and however it works. But
Awesome. So thank you, Harvest Spirits.
I guess, switching gears here. I was talking to my wife, and she brought up this character called Big Chungus, which I was like, oh my God, I'm going to call Roman Big Chungus. But Big Chungus is apparently Bugs Bunny, who inflates himself to be this big fat bunny, and he calls himself Big Chungus. There's an evolution here. Like, she sent me this kind of history of Big Chungus, and I think it starts back in like 1951, maybe 1941. He was Wabbit Twubble, and then in 2012 he was Bobcats on 3. Like you could see the progression if you
Bobcats on 3.
Yeah, I think it's the episode.
Oh.
But then 2021 was Rotund Rabbit, and he's just this massive fat rabbit. But the whole point of this story is Big Chungus sounds like you ever heard of like chode, like your ball bag and your dick and all. Like I'm actually kind of embarrassed that all my talk comes back to dick. I don't know why.
That's okay.
But Big Chungus would be like, I think that'd be something you would call your dick.
Like every morning,
I got to massage Big Chungus. I got empty Big Chungus.
You get Big Chungus. Well, it's a funny one. When I was working in Boston in construction, I've learned this term where you have to go empty your yogurt slinger.
Yeah, your one-eyed trouser snake. Yeah.
There's a website dedicated to all these names to dick.
Well, Urban Dictionary is great for all this shit.
Yeah, thank you, Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Yeah, Urban Dictionary is great for all that stuff.
How do you like this? Not to change the subject, I'm just...
Change it, because we're fucking talking about dicks a lot.
How do you like...
Spécial Belge.
Yeah, how do you like it? It's not bad.
No, these guys, they do a good job. It's I can't get... I like drinking. It tastes good. It's great. All the stuff. And just looking at the label makes you... I mean, it's not a... these are not commercial people. These are micro or craft brewers. And
oh, speaking of that, we learned some interesting information today. Some knowledge on beers, because we're not professional beer testers.
I'm a professional beer taster. I'm not a professional beer commenter.
Maybe you're a professional beer drinker.
Oh, you're right. But I taste it when I drink it.
So there's a difference between micro brewery and craft brewery, right? Mm-hmm. So micro brewery is anything under 15,000 barrels, which is equal to 465,000 gallons of beer a year.
That's a lot of fucking beer.
So a microbrewery, any brewery that produces under 465,000 gallons. Craft brewery is any brewery that produces under 6 million gallons a year.
So
465,000 gallons is micro, or 6 million gallons craft.
What a fucking jump that is.
And I was saying this earlier. I think there's this big difference is to craft breweries to be able to separate themselves up further from microbreweries, to have that distinction of this is craft and this is what they're capable of versus micro. And you are a microbrewery. Like, don't try to tread on our territory.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. That was interesting fact about beer.
Yeah, I didn't realize there's such a gap there. And we talk a lot about beer, but this is also about any, like you talk about Oakley's and any local business, any alcohol really. We talk about Applejack, which is not beer, obviously. We'll talk about coffee. We'll talk about food. Again, we had D Bartender that we're working with as well. So it's interesting to learn these facts. I mean, here we are, at our age, kind of learning these things,
and these breweries, they don't have to be from where we are.
Yep.
Like, for example, when we were in Boston, I mentioned earlier a store in Nahant, Massachusetts. So a Seaside Variety store gave us all this beer to try out that we will have in a future episode.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I could do it in one sitting. We could finish all this fucking beer we have, that whole fucking fridge, but
I don't think
I want to be coherent when I do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I'll know what I'm saying.
I can do it.
So Yeah, thank you, Seaside Variety in Nahant, Massachusetts. Check out. They have a good selection for being like a small market store on that peninsula. They have a lot of stuff. The guy who manages the store, he's been there for a while. He's got a good relationship with distributors, and he's pretty knowledgeable on which breweries to get beer from, and
and thank you for all that. For
yeah,
sure,
that one place from Lynn, Massachusetts, I tried was really good. And thanks, by the way, for following us on Instagram.
Yeah, we drink a lot of beer on here or in life in general, but it makes you obviously you gotta piss, you gotta urinate. But then I was thinking about underwear. Like, what is the purpose of underwear? You laugh because this is shit that runs through my mind. I don't fucking know.
Well, word under, wear.
Yeah, but why are you wearing it? Like, it wouldn't be overwear if I'm putting it on the outside of my fucking pants. But why do you have it? Because then your pants would be the underwear because they're on.
Sorry, I just kicked the table.
I don't know. Burped really fucking loud yet.
Well, I think for guys, we have disadvantage of gravity and hanging body parts. I think underwear keeps it from being too low to the ground.
And that's one theory. This is great. And again, people can comment on this like they do with everything else we do.
Second could be, I don't know, when you take a leak, there's a drop left there.
Right.
You don't want it on your clothes.
So that's what I think it's a dick napkin. That's what I'm talking about. Like, because I mean, if you piss 9 times a day, there's got to be a 33% chance you're getting pissed on your fucking underwear. I mean, if you wear tan pants or brown pants, you're gonna see a fucking spot.
So
it's got to be a dick. It's like a bib for your penis.
So underwear is to soak up the leftovers so you don't get on your clothes.
Because I shake the fuck out of it, just trying to make sure. But no matter what you do, I'm serious. You shake the fuck out of it, just trying to not, like, I could do it for fucking 10 minutes. There's still gonna be a drip. I don't know what to say. Or it could be just maybe wear tighty whities to hold your fucking blue vein throbber in check. Maybe you get like erections for no apparent reason, and you gotta like tighten it down so you don't have this fucking
I don't know
pole sticking out when you're walking in your meeting at work. So but I think it's a dick bib or a dick napkin.
I mean, what did
Sponge.
they do? What did they do before?
They didn't. If you were a Viking, you had a loincloth, they'd just drip on your grass and you fucking go about business.
So if your loincloth is up a little bit, that's
right.
Sign of erection.
Well, yeah.
That's a Viking version of pitching a tent.
Well, the Viking version's not up a lot. You're up like fucking blue steel. You're like fucking, like you could prop up a fucking car with that thing. Like, let's not disparage Vikings.
It's
here.
a jack. Viking. It's a jack.
Yeah, jack off. Right. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're Armenian, maybe it's like a thumb, like a little tiny.
How do you know?
Because you're Armenian.
Is there like an Armenian dick size reputation?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you in.
You have?
No. I right now, disclaimers. I have not seen him. I can imagine what I would have seen.
Yeah, Frank has not seen anything.
Thank God.
All right. This changes
goodness. This whole thing goes south so quick all the time.
Our crazy minds.
So I heard this phrase the other day. It's called a gooner. You know what a gooner is?
No.
A gooner, I don't know the official term, but you can, again, check it on Urban Dictionary, is someone who is completely and miserably addicted to porn.
Gooner?
It's called a gooner. So like adults living in their parents' basement. Mm-hmm. I can't say adults because maybe you're 18 and stuff. Maybe if you're like over 40 and you live in your parents' basement, there's a high likelihood you're a gooner. Not
temporarily.
Yeah, no. If
not
you're there,
like
if
you sold your house,
if you're just there visiting and you're passing through, you might be like a semi-gooner. Like if you're married living there, you're not a gooner. But if you're a single gooner, you are definitely addicted to porn, or something. I mean, I don't know. So barn animals.
Gooner, someone who watches a lot of porn,
who's addicted to it miserably. Like you
hate it. Any porn?
Who?
Any porn?
Was there other kind of porn? Like what kind of porn?
I don't know. Gay porn, lesbian porn.
I don't know. I'm not a gooner. You tell me.
Yeah, I'm asking you. You're the one who's trying to teach me what gooner is.
I didn't teach anybody. I'm just explaining what it is. Like,
oh, okay.
No, I don't know. It's just I thought about that. I'm like, that's pretty interesting. How there's a title because there's a title for everything.
There's so many words. Apparently, there's a word for the sound of the wind blowing through the trees.
Whippoorwill or something like that?
Something like that.
I don't know.
I didn't know that there was a word.
I hear it in like country music.
Yeah.
So, did you ever...
We're an hour in, by the way.
What?
We're an hour in.
So, I'll fucking keep going. I do have to pee, but I got to make sure I got my dick napkin ready.
Could you?
Is there something you could talk about why I do that?
No, we can pause.
Let's pause that then.
Okay, hold on.
Be back in a minute. Emptying the penis.
Okay, and we're back.
I got to be honest. I think I lost 2 pounds of fucking liquid right there.
Did you weigh yourself before you went in the bathroom?
I did not.
Put a scale out there.
I should. I mean, why don't they put toilets on scales?
What?
Like, why wouldn't you just have your toilet connected to a scale?
Why would you do that?
Well, because you could get on, before you poop, and you could, like, do a tear weight. And then you could just poop, and then when you're done, you look what you've done. Like, oh my God, I just lost a half pound of poop.
Well, like, I have a scale in my bathroom. I get on. I'd see how much I weigh, and then I take a shit.
Yeah, but Americans are lazy. Like, let's do one step.
It's like at the door.
Yeah. I don't know.
That would be a weird scale toilet. Scale it. I don't know. Scale. What did I say? Scale it? The fuck is scale it? Scale.
This is your language, man. I'm serious. I don't fucking...
I was trying to find some cool articles to talk about. Did you know that New York Times?
Fucking hate them.
Fucking assholes. I found an article and it was New York Times, and I clicked New York Times, and the screen pops over the article saying you have to subscribe.
Is this recent? Like,
no, they just had this for a long time. But then I can just look up the same article on another source.
Yeah,
and read the whole thing
without the fucking pop up.
They're so full of shit. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, I mean, so
like nobody's gonna fucking subscribe and pay you money for something they can read somewhere else.
I do the same thing. I see like on, I'm an Apple guy.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's an article pops. Oh, you got to have this. I'm like, fuck you. And I'll just go search it on the internet for somewhere else.
Yeah. It's like if they had good content or it wasn't available somewhere else, then I'm like, okay, yeah, I gotta pay. I get it. Because I mean, we always subscribe to stuff. I mean, I have so many subscription payments. Of course, you gotta pay for it to get it done, to use it for work or whatever. But something that I can just go to another source and just read the same fucking article. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay you for it.
The payment, when it makes sense, everybody does this. And some people, I guess, don't. But like, the payment and I don't understand. Again, I think it's convenience because we're a convenience based country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So maybe you want to read it and you just click to pay. I don't know how much it is to pay. Like, is it $1 or is it like a yearly? Or
I don't know. It's probably like, I don't remember. It's probably a few bucks a month.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about it that much. So I mean, I'll wait for it's 3 days old and I'll read it then.
They're probably all get their articles from AP anyways. Yeah. So, whatever.
Yeah, well, I know we're kind of into this long term right now for this episode, but I just wanted to. I did have a thought earlier today about the question of the week.
Oh,
it wasn't.
Let's do it.
It wasn't. It's not the Rosie versus Wilbur. This one is basically, and I'll ask you, and you can wait till next week, so people can get back to us to hear your answer.
Oh, I don't have to answer now.
Well, you got to give some sort of idea so that you
can't
think about.
Let's just get right into it.
I want to know when it comes to your ass. Anybody's ass, but specifically I'm talking to you right now. Would you rather a finger, a tongue, a penis, or other in your ass? And then separately, people that answer us, male or female. But you don't have to answer now. But I want you to know.
I want some clarification.
How much clearer? I'm not going to draw you a diagram or show you a live video. I mean, I can show you right now if you want to see. Like,
And I also don't have to have it either.
You what?
I don't have to have either.
No, that's not an option. You got to pick one of these.
What are the options?
Finger, tongue, penis, or other. Like a cucumber or a sex toy.
That's other?
Other, yeah. Other is not finger, tongue, or penis. Like,
First you talk about my dick. Now you asking me what I want in my ass.
yeah, whatever you want. I mean, this is judgment free here. I'm just curious.
I know. I don't give a fuck.
And I want to know if you're male or female.
I'm a male.
Okay. Got that one out of the way. That's the easy one.
Tongue, I guess. Yeah, I'll go with tongue.
Why tongue?
I don't know. Soft. Wet.
Hot.
Sure.
Yeah. I go with cat tongue because it's like bumpy.
What the where did that come from?
I didn't say what kind of thing. I just thought about it. Like cat tongue is like kind of rough. You know, like I don't know. I don't. I'm never gonna do this, but if I had to, I guess I'd. I guess I'd say it's like sandpaper. I don't know. But we could come back to this because there's other choices. So
Let's come back to this.
let's see what people say. But I think we've had enough of this alcohol this episode, so we probably gotta end it right now.
God. Yeah, that's at this point this is alcohol
Yeah.
talking.
Happy National Beer Day, everybody. Thank you for supporting us. Talk to you soon.
Happy National Beer Day. Follow us on social media, and thank you for everyone's support and listening to us. Have a good day. Bye.